Dream wings.
Long ago, between northern mountains, there was a quiet valley. People called it Moon Valley because at night the moonlight touched the ground so softly that it felt like the moon had come down the earth. Near that valley stood an old, silent palace. People said a fairy was trapped inside it. A fairy with sky blue eyes and golden shining hair. But the story doesn't begin here. In Moon Valley, there lived a young painter named Aryan. He was different from others. He painted things he had never seen before. One day he painted a girl. She had golden chains around her wrist and her eyes were full of sadness. When he finished the painting, a cold wind moved inside his room. A tear fell from the girl's eyes in the painting. The canvas softly glowed. The Aryan heard a sound in his heart. Free me. He was shocked. Was it a dream or a sign? Inside the old palace, between white marble pillars, a gold cage was hanging in the air. Inside that cage was Noreen, a fairy from the world of light. A dark magician had trapped her long ago. No one remembered his name, but his dark power still lived inside the palace walls. Noreen had a special power. If she called someone with a pure heart, that person could hear her voice. For many years, she waited for a heart without greed, and Aryan was that heart. When Aryan painted her picture, dark smoke rose inside the palace. The magician's shadow became alive again. Someone is searching for her, the shadow whispered. Aryan started seeing strange dreams. She saw a door with the moonlight on it. A voice said, "The door will only open for someone who walks beyond fear." One night in his dream, Aryan walked to the palace. The door opened by itself. Inside, he saw the golden cage. Noreen looked at him. For the first time, "You are the one." Aryan touched the chain. Suddenly, he understood something. The chain was not made of metal. They were made up of fear. The dark shadow appeared. "If you free her, you will lose everything," it said. Aryan saw a vision of his mother, his home, his peaceful life. Free her, and all these will disappear. Aryan was afraid. Noreen spoke softly. "You do not need to break the chain. You only need to believe me." Aryan closed his eyes. He remembered her tear, her sadness, and he said, "I believe in you." At that moment, the chain broke by themselves. The shadows screamed and turned into dust. Noreen was free, but when she stepped out of the cage, her light slowly became softer. "The magician did not truly trap me," she said gently. "I was trapped by my own fear." The palace began to shake. The walls started breaking. Noreen held Aryan's hand. Every fairy needs a true heart. Everything became light. Morning came. The people of Moon Valley were surprised. The old palace was gone. In this place, there was a beautiful garden full of glowing fireflies at night. Aryan was still a painter, but now his paintings were full of light, not sadness. And sometime one night, when the moon was full, A soft golden shadow would sit beside him. Noreen returned to her world, but she was no longer the captive fairy. She was free.